Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got something really serious to talk about. It's about science. Trust the science. What scientists are now saying, what I believe they are going to use for a global agenda. Um, I'm just going to start with the story. It's entitled Surprised and Concerned. Scientists find groundwater extracted by humans has shifted the tilt of the Earth's axis. Now, for a quick second, pause this video and I want you to comment down below what you think I am so concerned with. Just this title alone. And I'm going to give you some time. So hit pause, put it down in the comment section. Let's see if we agree or we in alignment literally mentally, because I believe that these days are very serious. And the trust of science, sorry, I don't buy it. So go ahead. Here we go. And now we're back. All right, so here we go. This is out of WION. And I believe this is a very, very dangerous thing. A new study has left scientists surprised and concerned after it was found that humans have pumped out so much groundwater in the past 2 decades that it has shifted the tilt of the Earth's axis. According to the findings of the research published in Physical Research Letters, a journal by the American Geophysical Union, the Earth has tilted as much as 80 centimeters between 1993 and 2010, which has been attributed to humans pumping out groundwater and moving it elsewhere. Now, I'm going to stop right there and say that these are probably the same scientists that also told you 20, 30 years ago that by now we wouldn't have any icebergs, all right? Some of the crazy people that went on to work in politics that have literally now are funding and own actual media outlets would have been 100% completely wrong for decades and decades and decades, all right? The truth is, I don't trust the science. I love to read about science and people that are out there learning about new things, discovering new things. But honestly, there are so few people out discovering new things. They're usually just robbing someone else's work and putting a little spin on it, that we are literally finding ourselves in an echo chamber in the scientific community. Anytime somebody comes up with an amazing new discovery, like, hey, how about we learn how to run a automobile off of hydrogen? But when we're talking hydrogen, we're going to put water in it, we're going to separate the hydrogen, and we're going to run it. They find themselves pushing up daisies. Let's put it that way. The truth is that we are either in an echo chamber or afraid to move forward in this world because big pharma, big oil, big anything is trying to hunt you down and stop you because you're going to attack their money, their profits. But honestly, this is insane to me. And why I believe it's so scary is because I believe that you're going to see things, more stories coming out like this of a new world order, a new agenda to try and stop you from pumping water. When in all reality, we've had some of the greatest earthquakes in recent time pushing our earth off of its axis, actually causing the earth to spin faster. It actually says in the Bible, in the end days will be shorter. And that's God's way of actually giving us a little bit of a reprieve, speeding time up. And most people don't understand that. But I'll tell you what, earthly, worldly scientists have no stinking clue. Put down your comments what you think about that phrase. Honestly, if you agree with me or disagree with me, we can still be friends. And honestly, when you can actually chew on the words of someone that you disagree with, something, but really contemplate it and think about it and go, you know what, let me think about that. Let me try and bring in facts. The point is that I believe that there is an agenda out there to try and get you to eat less meat because it does amazing things to your body. I think that there's an agenda to get you to drink less water or to drink the water they supply to you. Hey, why don't we give you reconstituted water? You know, sewage, raw sewage. You know, there used to be urine and feces in it, but now we filtered it. Have that. Don't have the clear stuff, the clean stuff, like the wealthy do. No, you're not allowed to have that. Hey, let the Bushes own the largest aquifer in America, right? It's big business, and I think it's very, very serious because it's this kind of thinking that you're just like, are you kidding me? Like, hey, remember we are in a massive drought until just now. All of a sudden, all the California reservoirs are all full, and that only took about 8 weeks. Wow, weird, isn't it? Check this out. Let's go back into this. The study, based on climate models, has said that an estimated 2150 gigatons of water have been pumped out between 1993 and 2010, which is enough water to fill Lake Victoria in Africa and would weigh as much as 5.5 million Empire State Buildings. Let me ask you this. Do any of you know that China built the largest super tankers in the world to go to Lake Michigan and buy water from us? They sucked it up. They actually caused Lake Michigan to drop. I remember it was like 44 feet, approximately, 8 years ago? And they shipped it over to the world's largest reservoir that they built, and they dumped it all in their own thing. The scientists that come up with this insane, stupid stuff probably have no comprehension that one of our largest reservoirs in our country was drained by China, and our politicians allowed it to happen. But hey, let's focus on the everyday homeowner, the landowner. Your well is causing this. No. It can't be that one of the Great Lakes was drained massively. It had like 25% of its water drained and brought over to China. That can't be it. Let's just keep diving into the story. It says here, additionally, the extracted water, which ended up in the oceans, Let's stop there. These scientists should have, their colleges should be embarrassed. So they're saying additionally, the extracted water, the wells that we're pumping out of the water, or the ground, or we're flowing it into the ocean. No, you know what flows in the ocean? I live in California. I live in one of the nuttiest states in the country. That's all the river runoff, the water runoff, the watershed flowing through the delta out into the ocean. That's not water that was pumped out of the ground. Farmers, dive into the comment section. Homeowners, landowners with wells, dive into the comment section. Let me know. Are you pumping out water so you could just go throw it into the ocean? Are you pumping out your well and paying all that electricity so you could just dump it in the gutter and it run out to the ocean? No. But these moron scientists are getting paid by your tax money. This stuff's given to these grants that they give to these nonprofits. Just another way of, it's white collar money laundering. But I know some of these morons that do this, that spent most of their life literally in college. They're in their 40s now, mid 40s, just graduated from college. And all they do is write research papers with grant money that your hard earned tax dollars went so they could write complete garbage like this for a globalist elite group that can actually come down and go, well, look at all these scientists told us this, so we're going to need to restrict your water. That's how serious these days are. And we got to literally, it's like giving them a verbal, mental, or physical slap up against the head and go, hey, wake up, snap out of it. But this is what's crazy. This is what our world listens to. If you got a degree and a fancy name badge, everybody's supposed to listen verbatim like you're the smartest person in the world, but it's just not that. It says here, Earth's axis in water. The phenomenon of water's influence on Earth's rotation was discovered in 2016. Just so you know, around that time, that's when the scientists, the real scientists, were actually paying attention to the Earth's gravitational pull and all of those earthquakes that were happening all over the world, these massive earthquakes, and continually shifting the North Pole, okay? There was nothing known about the contribution of groundwater to these changes on the planet's axis. It was found that the model only matched the observed polar drift once the researchers included 2150 gigatons of groundwater redistribution, without which it was off. These same scientists probably had no concept that there's massive amounts of water way down, thousands of feet down under this Earth's crust. I got to be honest with you. If you believe in God, just ask the Holy Spirit. Say, is it true? What is it? Is it us pumping water out, or is it the earthquakes? Lord, are you causing the days to be short? Guys, the answer you get may be very astonishing. I hope you got something out of this. The Economic Ninja is out.